Holy smokes, Wall Street Journal just dropped a bombshell about the Jeffrey Epstein case and the files, and boy, oh boy, Donald Trump is denying it so hard that he says he is ready to sue the Wall Street Journal just like he sues everyone else. This is a crazy story. Let's go through exactly what's going on here. Quick reminder, by the way, on how Donald Trump sues. He just, during the 2024 election, we heard about those edited clips with the Kamala Harris interview. We know they were deceptively edited. He ended up suing CBS News 60 Minutes. The producer of that ended up getting fired, who had also been criticizing Trump. But Paramount, the owner of CBS, had a big interest in settling that deceptive editing case because Donald Trump's administration is open to approving the sale of Paramount to Skydance. Larry Ellison, who runs Oracle, really big player in the AI world, wants to make the acquisition. The acquisition requires the approval of the Trump administration, and Paramount's owner wants to sell that division, but it ain't gonna happen, potentially, unless that lawsuit is settled. So, the lawsuit is now in talks to settle. What a surprise. It goes to kind of show the power of Donald Trump, now that he's president, over some of these businesses that he sues. It's not just the claims in the actual lawsuit, but it's actually his leverage as president to hold things above their heads. So the fact that the Wall Street Journal is publishing this story is pretty rough for Trump, especially since he vehemently tried to stop this from getting published and threatened to sue them before they published it. Here it is. Jeffrey Epstein's friends sent him bawdy letters for his 50th birthday. One was from Donald Trump. Now, the letter from Donald Trump has the following to say, and it's, let's just say there's a lot of almost intentional, reading in between the lines that you have to do here. The letter, which apparently was signed by the drawing or with the drawing of a woman with naked breasts and Donald Trump's signature as the pubic hair, is not pictured. But if you look at Donald Trump's signature, I'll just for a moment leave that up to your imagination. Keep in mind that Maxwell asked people to write these letters, apparently, in a bawdy way, which means dealing with sexual matters in a comical or indecent but humorous manner. So Donald Trump using his signature as pubic hair, hey, some people would look at that as potentially a good joke if it didn't have to do with underage girls. Anyway, voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything, the note began. Donald. Yes, there is. But I won't tell you what it is, Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. Interesting. Now, Donald Trump obviously is calling all of this fake news, that this is a fake thing, and it's just the fake news out to get him. Of course, there's more in this article, which we're going to talk about in just a moment, but Donald Trump is not going to be very happy about this, so expect a bunch of truth socials. You got to have notifications on these days. And Elon Musk is also lashing out, possibly because of this talk about increasing battery tariffs, but Elon Musk is also posting about this, suggesting that, hey, why would Jeffrey Epstein kill himself if this was all a hoax? That said, there is an Elon Musk defense in just the last 3 minutes where you have Megyn Kelly going, this is the dumbest attempted hit piece I've ever read, and Elon Musk says, yeah, the letter sounds bogus. So, Elon, are you doing this because you're trying to gain some clout back with Donald Trump after, bagging on this over and over and over again. Elon also saying, by the way, it really doesn't sound like something Trump would say, to be honest, that the letter is weird. So he's kind of going off about how he's sort of defending Trump, like this seems like it's made up, which it very well could be. But as of an hour ago, before the story came out, Elon Musk says, wow, I can't believe Epstein killed himself before realizing it was all a hoax, which is kind of a slam on Donald Trump. So I don't really understand their relationship. It's a mess, but apparently this was all a present for Epstein's 50th birthday. Maxwell was preparing the gift. She solicited a bunch of letters, and these are pages in a leather-bound album that it's unclear if these are part of the recent review of the Trump administration. Obviously, this comes at a sensitive moment, but this letter has to do with a happy birthday letter, and it's purposely supposed to sound sexualized, so maybe that's why, and like sus, so maybe that's why it's a little like people are like, oh, that doesn't sound like Trump, which in fairness, Donald Trump says, this is not me. This is a fake thing. It's a fake Wall Street Journal story. I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women, he said. It's not my language. It's not my words. Which in fairness, yeah. But the point here is that why don't we then release the Epstein files, which, you know, there were plenty of indications that that was going to happen. But now it's only that we are only going to get credible information. But everything that seems to have Trump's information on it, or name on it, or Trump's signature and pubic hair of the girl is, well, fake news and not credible. So then it sort of makes us raise our eyebrows and go, well, what is credible? So that is the big question here. Now, there's some additional in here as well, but here you can see Donald below the waist mimicking pubic hair. Several lines of typewritten text framed by the outline of a naked woman who appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. Donald Trump loves using heavy markers. Every time he signs, he uses those, heavy markers, and then he gives away the markers. Anyway, again, Donald Trump says this is fake. Other people named in this as well, like billionaire Leslie Wexner or attorney Dershowitz. He obviously eventually ends up going on to call Vanity Fair Vanity Unfair. The Clintons are mentioned on this. Donald Trump, along with the Clintons, were mentioned several times on the flight logs for Jeffrey Epstein's jet. The Wall Street Journal says the FBI didn't respond to questions for comments, nor did the Department of Justice. Elon Musk did say on June 5th that the truth will come out. He later deleted the message, regretting some of his comments. That was just that was 6 weeks ago. But now we're starting to get some of this out. Justice Department has so far backtracked on the idea of releasing more Epstein files, and Donald Trump today refused to appoint a special counsel to the case. This came at the same time as Carolyn Leavitt blatantly admitted that Donald Trump does make phone calls to MAGA influencers to try to get them to say everything Trump does is great, and please talk down these stories. And now you're getting more people going, oh, this doesn't sound like Trump, this isn't him. Ultimately, it's up to everybody to make their own decisions, but keep in mind, Donald Trump has been working overtime to get people in his favor to talk this stuff down. And if any of this stuff makes you question life, always remember you can get life insurance in as little as 5 minutes by going to metkevin.com/life, paid sponsor of the channel, and check out the programs on building your wealth at meetkevin.com. Send out signals every day before the market is open, including Open Door, which recently went from 63 cents to over $2. And this morning, before it started selling down a smidge, even though it was an up day, we recommended it might be time to set those trailing stops, and you would have taken out some profit at potentially the top on that one. We'll let you know what the next one is in the Alpha Report over at meetkevin.com.
Why not advertise these things that you told us here? I feel like nobody else knows about this.
We'll try a little advertising and see how it goes.
Congratulations, man. You have done so much. People love you. People look up to you.
Kevin Paffrath there, financial analyst and YouTuber. Meet Kevin. Always great to get your take.